Hey y'all, Courtney Lyons here. Diamonds are a girl's best friend, and I have a kid up in chat for you today instead of a whip in chat. Today we are going to be having a lot of news. I have some really big news that I'm going to talk about. It's huge. It's amazing. I still can't wrap my head around it. We're going to talk about travel summer plans. We're going to talk about my cat's betrayal to us, and then kind of just a random thunderstorm scare, which was really fun, and I have a little video, and also just kind of talk about life's updates. I know I've talked about a lot on anxiety, about a lot of my anxiety on the channel, and we'll talk about that, and kind of just, yeah, general life updates. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, so like I said, I am kitting up Rose Library. I already started a little bit earlier today when I had time because I needed to, or I'm going to be up all night. And then I am using these, I forget what they're called. They're from Walmart. I've got these, you've seen it before. I used it for Satura. I've used it a lot for a lot of kids. And I have these medium-sized ones and 3 of these larger ones. I'm hoping I only need to use 2 because one of them has a big crack in the top. That would be, actually 2 of them are kind of broken, but that would be this one right here. Currently, the other ones are being used by it was a Mauve Easter Bunny rabbit, Mauve Easter Bonnet Bunny, that's what it is. And I thought I'd update you guys on that really fast. That one, if you've been watching, you might know that I had some weird issue where the drills symbol did not match the symbol that was on the canvas and the legend. So because of that, I got really confused, put some drills down, realized it was completely off, and I should have realized it a little bit beforehand. Anyway, I messaged Joy at that's not the one, that's Calming Canvas Designs, and she has been amazing. She's just been on top of it. They are doing a replacement kit. Would love to see what you guys think about what I should do with the other canvas. I believe it has all the correct drills. It just has the symbols wrong. I'm really not entirely sure. So yeah, that's the update with that. And it's using up a good portion of my, this is my favorite way to kit up. I don't know why, because I feel like I should have liked Elizabeth Ward better. It seems like it's easier, but for some, I think a big part of it is I like the twist off lids and I don't like the snap on lids. Something about it agitates me, but I still do love Elizabeth Ward. It just agitates me just enough to like this better. So that is what I'm using for this. First off, I wanted to show you guys isn't the washi tape I found for it just absolutely perfect for this kit? I mean, look how well that matches. It looks so nice. And I believe I just got it from Diamond Art Club. Not with this kit, but with a different one. This is going to be the cover binder I'm using because it's perfect. I do have a bigger one, but it was more of a darker pink, and I feel like this lighter pink worked better. So I'm really excited for that. I've got my dryer sheets. This one has not been bad with static. I don't know if it's one because it's one that I've had for a little bit now and it's gotten used to my climate or what's going on, but I'm not gonna complain. It's static. There's a few that are staticky, but not all. Most of them have been pretty good. So that is it for what I'm doing right here. If you haven't watched my video where I go and talk about all of the changes I'm going to make, or additions, I should say, I'm going to be doing a lot of enhancements to this kit. You should go watch that because I go through the whole process of how I'm going to do it, and I'm really excited. I don't yet have those colors in, so I'm not sure. I might leave a few of these smaller ones for that because there's a lot of them that I'm not going to be needing very much of. So I think that is what I'll do. Leave some of these smaller ones, leave some medium ones for all those changes. Or honestly, just keep the bag of whatever I'm using with me, near me in the same kit. I may do that as well. So I did also want to show you this really fast. Let's see. Okay. I found a new trick I actually just thought of it, so I don't know how well it's going to work, but does anyone else get super bugged while you're working on this corner? And maybe this is like, everybody does this and people are like, Cordy, that's old news. Everyone does that and you're an idiot for not doing it yet. But I did find, I actually got this Simply Gilded washi tape from Lindsay from Emeralds and Fairy Lights. I'm sorry, Lindsay, if you happen to see this and I forgot that. But when I bought the Muni Made tray from her D-Stash, I was like, she just gave those to me in the kit. And I was like, that is so nice. Not kit, what am I thinking? In the package when she sent it. And this was just so sweet. And some stickers. It was really cute. So I know that Simply Gilded is kind of like the Diamond Art Club of washi tape. So I figured if I just used that nicer washi tape to just put on the corners here, maybe it won't pull up, because I hear really good things about their washi tape. So hopefully that means that it's going to stop the corners, because this tape is so perfect. And I hate how the tape looks so beat up, like later. And so, yeah, mostly because of the corners. So we'll see if that stays down so I don't have to worry about that. I will keep you guys updated on how well that works. And let me know if you've already been using that trick already. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to try to be really good about not making mistakes, because when I talk and do this, for some reason, I can't multitask and do it very well without making mistakes. So this time I'm putting the sticker on first. Hopefully that will help. All right, so I do want to start with the big news, because I feel like a lot of people are going to be watching this particular weapon chat to find it. Before I tell you what it is, I'm going to tell you kind of the backstory. Not that it's a huge backstory, but you know. So I'm hoping you guys can hear me okay. I don't have my microphone, because if you watched my video from yesterday, it stopped working and I had to voice over the whole thing. And then because I use video up, which is pretty good, but it gets glitchy, especially if you voice over too much, it struggles. And so it wouldn't let me do a lot of the music and stuff like that anyway, so I just don't want that to happen again. I probably will return that mic set and get something new. So I'm hoping you can hear me okay. I'm trying not to be too loud because my family's going to sleep. Because I'm a night owl. Everyone else goes to sleep early and I can't. That's not my thing. And I don't even stay up that late, maybe like 11 to 12. But to my family, that's like atrociously late. Okay, so the awesome news. So the other day when they had the mystery gift going on, I was like, I love that. So I'm not usually huge on getting mystery stuff. I did the very first time and realized it worked really well for my channel, because you guys want to see what mystery gifts, even if you don't choose mystery gifts yourselves, you want to see what mystery gifts were available, or, you know, like live vicariously through the people who got the mystery gifts. And that's how I am too. Like if I don't choose the mystery thing, I still love to watch a good mystery gift on a channel, because I'm like, oh, but what did you get? Like, I'm still curious, you know? And so I was like, well, I definitely need to get that. It's definitely worth it. And it's a free gift. So plus I had been sitting on those two Mrs. Butter D kits that I was like, I really want those, but that isn't on my break a no buy list. But I'm making excuses for myself. The reason I got them was because, well, it's a mystery gift and that goes really good with my channel. There's always some reason to justify, right? Your habit. But so I did get one, and I was really curious to see what everybody's gonna get, because, oh, I almost forgot. Because I really bad at not spoiling things for myself. And so I saw, because a lot of people get their stuff way before I do. And some people get their stuff like really fast, and they'll post it on the VIP pages or something. And you have to be careful. You can't post it on the actual comment or on the actual post, but a lot of times you can post it in the comments. I'm not sure what the rules are. Sometimes they seem to take it down, sometimes they don't. This they didn't seem to mind. And so I was doing my research and I was like, I have gift number 7. I'm noticing they're getting this gift or that gift, I'm not going to say it because there are spoilers. And if you've watched that spoilers video, awesome, but I don't want to spoil it for you if you did happen to skip it. And then I like say it in here and you're like, dang it, I skipped it for a reason, right? So I realized on Saturday night, I'm like, this is really fun to try to figure out what all these spoilers are. And I was like, I'm not the only one that could be curious about what all the spoilers are, what all the gifts happen to be. And so I started to write it all down and get it all set up so that I, you know, could make a video. And the more I thought about it, I was like, well, the more I researched, the more I realized there were some discrepancies. So it wasn't all correct, but for the most part, there seemed to be kits that would definitely, kits or other things, because it wasn't all just kits, that would go with certain gift numbers. And you're told which gift number you have when you buy. It says you have gift number, ooh, let's cut the canvas. Gift number 5, gift number 12. I think it went up to 12. All the way from 1 to 12. And I had gotten gift number 7. So, anyway, so I wrote all that down, and while it wasn't always correct, it was pretty consistent for the most part. And now if I were to do another video about it now, I know a lot more because more people were getting their stuff in, but I wanted to get the video out. And then the more I thought about it, I was like, you know what? I don't know if Diamond Art Club, if they're taking stuff down, I don't know if Diamond Art Club, one second. I don't know if Diamond Art Club would appreciate me giving it away, like the spoiler away, if they're purposefully trying to make sure it's not spoiled. So I had it all ready, about to kind of just, like I'd done all the research. And so I decided to message them and ask for permission because I was like, I don't want to step on any toes. That would be kind of a bummer if they were trying to make sure. And I for sure would say that it was spoilers, but so you wouldn't happen upon the video and then get spoiled and be like, dang it, I didn't want to know that. So I did message them, and Diamond Art Club is amazing at answering back so quickly. I don't think I've had Diamond Art Club not answer back within like minutes, to be honest. Unless it was like a customer service problem that they like needed to sort out first. And then they'd answer me back as soon as possible after that though. And, oops. There we go. And they messaged back really fast and said, nope, that would be perfectly fine. You can totally make that video. And so I was like, score, because I think that video is going to do really well. It did do very well. It's still been doing very well. I've still been getting a lot of views on that one. I kind of want to make an update video talking about what the other gifts were, but I have a lot in the work right now, and I don't think I have time to go and do that again. Plus, it was a ton of work. Mostly the research was a lot of work, but even just compiling the video, it's a lot of like grabbing images and making sure they're cropped correctly and that they're a certain amount of time so I can talk between them. Anyway, long story, it's just a lot of work. So, so I did end up posting the video, and that was, I believe, Saturday evening, which I don't usually post on a Saturday evening, but I was like, this is just, I want to get this out there as fast as possible. And so I did, and I posted it, and I got a message, what was it? Monday morning. And that video did really well, got lots of views, got lots of likes and comments, and it was fun to put together. That's honestly the most important part for me, it's just really fun to put together. And I got an email in the morning, and I saw it was from Diamond Art Club. And I would post it here, but I just I can't, because there's some information in there that obviously probably wouldn't want to be public. So just kind of like social media stuff and the person who I was talking to. Anyway, so I'd post that so you could see the happy message, because I did make a screenshot because it's got to be something I want to keep on to. But hang on to, not keep on to. Anyway, but essentially it said, hi, we saw your video, the mystery gift spoiler video. And we were really impressed by that video and would like to offer you to become one of the, okay, this is not word for word, right? This is just, yeah. And you guys are probably like, Courtney, just spit it out. We want to know. But if I wanted to become a sneak peeker for their new kits coming up. So kits that will be coming out for the following Saturdays or any special events, they will send one or more out to me to sneak peek on my channel for you guys to check out before deciding to buy or not. And guys, this really has been a goal for me, because as soon as I first started Diamond Art, like tried a Diamond Art Club kit, which was my Fearless Familiar, by, ooh, I forget the artist's name, but it's Fearless Familiar. I'll post that picture up right here if I can remember. If I don't, sorry guys, just message me and I'll try to do it anyway after the fact. But they, ever since I did that kit, I was just like, I fell in love. And I fell in love with diamond painting already before that. Found out from Diamonds and Washi about licensing kits. And so I was like, well, I better check into that. I don't want to steal artwork. And then from all the reviews and stuff I was hearing was like, Diamond Art Club is the best. And I was like, hey, well, I obviously got to try them out. And I was like, this is a whole new level. This is a whole new thing. So I became very passionate about it. And so one of my goals that just was kind of a long-term goal, not necessarily even a goal, but so much as a hope. And I did actually reach out to Diamond Art Club because this is when I first made my channel, and I didn't realize how, like, I suppose, I don't know if exclusive is the word, but I don't know. I didn't realize that there were certain people at that time. I kind of didn't realize there were certain people that they would always send kits to. I just thought it was like they'd send kits out to, you know, you just don't know how things work at first. And I thought they'd send kits out to people, just channels randomly, I guess is what I thought. Uh-oh. Dang it. I do this. I believe it was this one because it was stuck on the, this was stuck on it, right? I guess I'll find out. 165. No, it's not that one. Anyway, that was before I realized, yeah, 3861, 3831. No, it's not that one. All right, I'll keep talking as I'm looking, but never mind. I'll just leave it to last and get it. It's the talking and doing it at the same time. Oh, let's face it, I do it. I need to remember to put the sticker on first. Unless it looks like it might not fit, and then I won't. But, oh, what was I saying? 966. Oh, guys, I adore this color. That's actually the one that's going to go in the stained glass, and that's one that I'm going to completely replace. So I'm actually going to have a lot of this. I don't know why the point is of putting it in, but I'm going to anyway. Hoping you guys can hear me okay. I am trying to talk more quietly for my family. What was I saying? I might need to pause it and go back and listen to myself and figure it out. Oh, I think, okay, I had contacted Diamond Art Club about, maybe like just sending out like, hey, I'd love to do a sneak peek for you. If you would ever want to send me a kit, let me know. Because like I said, I just didn't realize that it was, they had regular people that they did that with. It wasn't just like, hey, randomly send out kits to people. Because there are some companies who have sent me out kits to try out. So that's how that one works. It's different on a couple of them. Like I know that Bella Safina will do where you have to have tried a kit out first. And it's not that I'm trying to get free product. It's that I have a certain amount of budget and I would like to have content for my channel. And to be able to do that, you need to be able to collaborate with these companies. So I know that Bella Safina has it where you can become part of their sneak peek group as well, but you need to have tried out bought and tried out one of their kits, finished it, and liked it. So I know it's all different. So anyway, at the time, I didn't realize that about Diamond Art Club, and they very kindly messaged back and said, hi, so, and the person I was talking with was like, that's not really my area, but I know that they usually reach out to somebody if it's something that they see that they like about your channel. And I was like, oh, okay, so that's how that works. And I just messaged and said, let me know if anything like that changes, or if there's, you know, just the normal. What is that? It's like a weird, I don't know if you can see that. Weird, like, extra resin piece. There you go, I got it out. Looks like a dead fly. It's not, but it freaked me out at first. So anyway, and so in my mind, coming back full circle for that long detour, was that, oh, and then once I realized that how few people regularly get kits, I was like, oh, that's probably not going to be me. And if it is, it won't be for a long time. Like, these are people that have had their channels for a long time. I'm not saying that at all to brag about having been able to do that now. I'm just really so grateful, and I just wasn't expecting it. So, oh, I already did this one. So that's why I was just kind of, it still like blows my mind, because I was like, this was a goal I had in my mind that I accepted may not happen at all, that it may never happen. But were it to happen, I accepted that it would be a long time from now when my channel was bigger. No, I did not expect it to be now. I mean, it's just, I'm very, very excited, very happy. And the fact that the first one is on its way here. And obviously I can't tell you what it is or when it gets here or anything about it really. Except that I love it and it's going to be really awesome. It is, and especially that my kids adore it. And when I sneak peek it, I will talk about it and tell you exactly why they adore it. And it's actually has a really soft spot for me too. $8.98. There you go. And yeah, that is the big news, guys, that I am going to be having kits on my channel for you guys to sneak peek. Not only is like the whole being able to get Diamond Art Club kits that I love and be able to show to you guys, especially since it's hard to be a channel showing you guys the newest ones because I can't buy the newest ones all the time. I feel like I have not been good the last week, but there's a lot of mystery stuff and then a lot of my break my no buys. But I have destashed a ton of them that I don't think I'll get to. So I'm staying about even with the amount at least. But yeah, that not only do I love that to be able to do that, have the opportunity, but it's also going to be really good to help my channel grow. And yes, one of the goals, and I don't know if this is even kosher to say, it seems like some people are hesitant to say this, but one of my goals with having a YouTube channel is to get it monetized. I don't see any shame in that because it's a lot of work. And if you want, like, I'm already there with watch hours. I've been there with watch hours, which is a really good thing. I've been there with watch hours for like a month and a half. And it's only that I just need those subscriber count. And so, yeah, I am excited to be able to get to that point and be able to get paid by YouTube to be able to keep going with this hobby that I love and be able to feel like I'm contributing monetarily, especially when I'm like doing the opposite. You put a lot into this channel, so I'd like to be able to get a little bit more out to be able to not only put back into the channel, but to keep my own hobby, I suppose, just afloat by itself, like paid for by my own hard work. And there's not a lot of hobbies I've had in the past or hobbies in general that you can do that with. And I found my niche of being able to do that. So I also have been very passionate about this one in a way I have not on anything else for the most part. I am very passionate about art in general, and as well as I really like crocheting and knitting. That's always been something I've loved and done a lot of. So I'd say I'm very passionate about that. I never made a YouTube channel about it, but I kind of thought about it now, but I'm busy enough with this one and kids and everything like that. So maybe a long time from now. But yeah, okay. So that is my spiel on that and my big news. And I'm just very excited and very, more than anything, grateful. I'm grateful to you guys for supporting me, because there would be none of this without you. Truly none of this without you. I'm very grateful to also Diamond Art Club for giving me the opportunity, and then my husband for just like being super supportive of it all. And now I feel like I'm giving a thank you speech, which I kind of am. That's embarrassing. Whatever. I'm just grateful. I'm not ashamed to say so. Okay, so that's enough about that. I thought I'd start with what's going on in my life, new funny things. You guys seem to like the funny stories of happenings in the house. I don't know, a cute random story about Reese, my baby. For those of you who are new, he is 18 months old. He's adorable. He does hilarious things. His new favorite thing right now is we're trying to teach him to talk. He's really not much of a talker compared to our other two that just talk quickly and early, and although maybe not so much my daughter. But I think it's because he's the third kid. Like, everybody, especially the older two, just do things for him without him having to ask, really. So he just doesn't really use words. So I think that's a big part of it. Also, I don't know, he's a super smart kid. He understands so much, so we know he's very, like, comprehends a lot. He just doesn't want to talk. So one of the funny things he's been doing is, maybe I already said this in open chat, sorry if I did. When he asks for more of something, or we say please, and we've been teaching him the sign language so he can communicate through sign language, if not through words. And he'll say more, and we teach him please. Please is just rubbing your hand on your, like, just on your, like, collarbone area, like, back and forth, I think is please. If it's not, then it's not, but whatever, it works for him being able to communicate to us. And he says more, and then he rubs his hands all over his chest and his giant belly, which is so cute. He's just got his skinny little legs and arms and this big baby belly that's adorable. And anytime he wants more, he, like, rubs himself all over his belly. And we're all just dying laughing because it's just the most hilarious thing. And so he's been doing that. Earlier today, actually, Gooby ran out of food, and we have yet to go to the grocery store. It's been busy, but we obviously haven't wanted him to starve. So I actually ended up just opening a can of tuna, which he's not going to complain about. He absolutely loves that, the cat. Reese went in there, and we actually saw this happening from the kitchen, because the cat's food's kind of in the mudroom area, which you can see when the door's open in the kitchen. And the cat, that's super staticky, the cat's meowing over there by his food bowl. Well, Reese goes over and grabs, and this is how I know he's so smart. He grabs the bag of food. He's only 18 months old. He goes and grabs the bag of food that's empty. It's empty now at this point, but, and he tries to dump it into the cat's food bowl. And I was like, that is so sweet. He's trying to feed the cat. And I was like, oh, poor cat, let me feed you. And I let him help me feed him by giving him some tuna. I put it in a spoon. He tried to eat it first. He didn't realize it was for the cat for a second. I was like, no, we feed it to Gooby. And so he puts it in the bowl and sat. You know, those kids do that squatting thing where they, like, sit down with their butt, like, maybe, like, half an inch from the floor, and their legs are up, like the Smeagol from Lord of the Rings, and they just sit there and squat. It's hilarious. And he was sitting there just watching him eat. It was so funny. Let's see what else is funny. Well, speaking of the cat, I don't know if you guys remember the mouse story. I know a lot of you guys are new too, so if you didn't hear that one, go back and listen to I think it was just the previous whip and chat. By the way, I only do whip and chats every 2 weeks just because It just works out that way. And, oh, another thing I'm going to change is that I just have a few things I'm going to talk about. And if I don't make it to an hour, I don't make it to an hour, because it makes more sense to just talk about what I'm going to talk about rather than trying to make it last for a certain amount of time, at least for me personally. But anyway, so if you're new, you wouldn't have heard the story about our cat. With this mouse that we've had a mouse problem. I wouldn't call it a huge mouse problem. We just have a mouse that has been wreaking havoc in our pantry, and it's driving me crazy because having to go in every single morning and completely sanitize the heck out of everything, because I just can't stand the thought of the mouse in there. Probably wouldn't actually have to sanitize it, but I feel like I have to. Anyway, so the cat, long story short on that one, it's a much funnier story, but I don't want to tell the whole thing again or have to have you guys hear the whole thing again. But essentially the cat caught the mouse. Greg saw him walking out of the kitchen with the mouse in his mouth, said, "Good job, kitty." And the kitty got so excited that he laid on his stomach to get a belly rub from Greg, but dropped the mouse. And the mouse, he must have not realized it was still alive or something. It was still alive. And it completely took off. You know what? Somebody said to get a tray to do this over, and that makes way more sense. But I'm probably not going to do that right this second. I'm probably going to just do it the hard way because I'm too lazy to go upstairs. So I'm going to create more work for myself by pretending like I'm saving myself work because I'm lazy. Anyway, so the cat, I'll get that later. The cat obviously realizes his mistake, goes and tries to chase after the mouse, and never quite gets to him. And so now we still have a mouse problem, and have still had a mouse problem. That was, what, 2 weeks ago? More than 2 weeks ago. And it's been driving us crazy. Well, the other night, and this is the new part of the story, the other night I was up diamond painting or making videos, I can't remember, and I hear him scurrying around in the kitchen. And so I'm like, oh, he's going for the mouse. And so I get really excited, and then I hear it get quiet. I was like, did he get it? And so I walk over. Sure enough, it was in the pantry. And I walk over to the pantry and see him crouched down staring at a corner in the pantry. And there's a pot on the ground. And so I was like, oh, I wonder if it's behind the pot. So I move the pot a little bit and see that the mouse is there and scream because it just came out. I couldn't help it. I don't really like mice. It's not the mouse. It's what they leave behind. So it just freaked me out. I don't know what it is about girls and seeing mice and screaming. It's like an age-old thing, but I'm like, kitty, get it. And then the cat looks at me, and then he looks at the mouse, and the mouse decides to take the run for it, to go back under the fridge. And the cat just watches the mouse run back under the fridge. I was like, do your job. Like, you spend all day sleeping and getting pampered on and snuggled and everything, and we love that. But we did get you to be a mouser to begin with, and then we're like, he's our family and we love him to death. And even if he's not a good mouser anymore, we will obviously love him no matter what. But at the moment I was like, get the mouse. And nope, there it goes, disappeared. So I was like, well, there's that. So I leave the pantry door open. I don't put the cat there anymore because he knows how to open it anyway and just meows for a while and scratches at it, and I don't want him to scratch at the door. And oh, I need to get a new strand out. Oh, what's the next size? I need to get the right size out. Let's try to get this one. Yeah, that looks right. Okay. So later on that night, probably about 3 in the morning, I hear the cat making his little, I need to go to the bathroom sound. It's when he wants to go outside. He goes, bow, bow, bow. Like, that's exactly what he sounds like. And so I was like, oh, shoot. And so I always get up really fast, like shoot out of bed because I don't want him to pee anywhere. And he's over by the door, which is not far from my room. And he'd been meowing for a little bit. And it wasn't a muffled sound, so it's not like he had anything in his mouth when he was meowing. But as soon as I run into the area, suddenly this mouse scurries out from under the cat and runs underneath the entryway table and back into the kitchen. I was like, no, he almost had it. And I'm like, why didn't he kill it? Like, he was standing over there by the door for quite a little while because he always meows for a little bit before, you know, it wakes me up. So I was like, so why didn't he kill it to take it outside? And then we realized the mouse is his friend. And he won't kill the mouse. He keeps just trying to take it outside. You think I'm kidding? I'm pretty sure. I seriously am like, seriously considering that the mouse is his friend and he doesn't want to kill it. Because I say this because he is an incredible mouser and he will kill anything in sight that is small and prey, right? And he's never really ever had an issue before. Anytime we've had a mouse, and he takes care of the issue so quickly. I've never seen him not catch something. And either he's getting really old and senile, or he's, which poor kitty, if he did, I'd totally forgive him. Or he's got a mouse friend and he doesn't want to kill the mouse. And it happens, guys. Like, it really does happen where animals will find their friends that would be like prey normally and then will not kill them. I mean, he's done it before. Actually, that's not true. That he's not killed prey before. We once had chickens, and if I can find the pictures, I'll put it up here. But we once had chickens that we hatched back in Utah, and we put them down in the basement in their little hatching. We didn't hatch them, sorry. We raised them, and we put them outside when they were older for eggs. But we hung on to them in the basement as they were growing before we could put them outside, because we didn't want Gooby, who is a notoriously good mouser, to kill them, which would have been a normal cat thing to do. And one day, someone left the door to the basement open, and I was like, no. And so I ran down there, and sure enough, Gooby was laying there in the pen thing that we had for the chickens. But he had not killed any of them. I don't know if it was the heat lamp or what, but he was just laying there in, oh, this is a beautiful army green. I really like army greens. Anyway, he's just laying there in we actually took an old foosball table and converted it and moved the table part down and converted it into a whole chicken pen. It was awesome, actually. It worked out really well. But we took that, and that's what he was in. He was laying in that, in the like wood chip hay stuff that you have for the chicks, and just hanging out, doing his thing, snuggling the chicks. And at one time he put his paw out as the chick was going by, and he rested his paw on the chicken's back as softly and gently as you could possibly do. And if I promise I'll look for the videos. It's somewhere on the cloud or whatever, or maybe Greg has it and he'll send it to me. So I can have it and show you guys, because it was one of the cutest things I've ever seen. So it's not like he's not known for taking cute, snuggly things and not killing them if he's become friends with them. And he was dear friends with those chickens. He'd chase them in the yard sometimes and just for fun, but he never killed them. And that's just not like him. Granted, they did get pretty big, so maybe after a little bit. But even when they were small, after that, we left the door open, and he never hurt a feather on those chicks. He'd just go down and snuggle them. It was so funny. But yeah, oh, 3824. Did I do this wrong? Uh-oh. I do have one that's wrong. Good gracious. 3824 was that one I just put in. No. Yeah. It had to have been one I recently did. Maybe it's over here. All right, well, let's troubleshoot this. Anyway, so for that reason, I don't think it's beyond him to make friends with an animal that's cute and fuzzy, but never a mouse. So I don't know. I actually just remembered the chick thing, so I could very well be correct on this. But yeah, that was the hilarious thing. I'm pretty sure he was trying to get the mouse outside. You guys are probably gonna be like, Courtney, you're crazy. What the heck are you talking about? Oh, speaking of crazy. The reason I can't find the sticker is because it's here. It's already on there. Can I cut that out? Probably not, because I was talking about the story in between. I was like, for the life of me, I was like, where the heck is the 3824? It's because I already put the sticker on. Oh man, am I an airhead. Okay. That's hilarious. Okay, pretend you didn't see that. That didn't happen. Because I don't want to edit that out. That would be a headache of an editing. Okay, next color. We're moving on from that. So that's the funny cat story, and I will keep you guys updated on that. At this point, I think I might be kind of sad if he kills the mouse. But I also really want the mouse to stop pooping in my pantry. So I think I will toughen up. Okay, let's see. Other things that's happened recently, I've started, and by I've started this, I mean I've gone once, but I want to start going like every Tuesday morning and Thursday morning. There's a cycling class that is at the gym that I go to, and my friend has been telling me that I should go for like ages now, and I've been wanting to go with her. It never really has worked out, usually because we make plans to go and then I get sick, because, you know, if you've been on my channel, you know, we've just been sick a crazy amount this month. And so I just haven't had a chance to go. Plus, you have to sign up ahead of time, and people sign up for it so crazy fast. And you can only sign up for it 24 hours in advance. And people sign up, it's like full within minutes of people signing up. It's like trying to catch a Hannah Lynn on Diamond Art Club. You just have to be fast. So I didn't get in time, but I figured I might as well go try. And so sure enough, someone didn't show up, and I was able to slip into the class, and it kicked my butt. It was so good though. Like I used to go running a ton, and I haven't really been running a lot because I had a leg injury, and then we've been sick, and I feel like I've just like gotten really out of shape compared to where I normally will get. Whoa, that thing jumped. That static is insane. Those drills are alive. Just put that on top. See if that helps. But yeah, it's been frustrating. But what made it really encouraged me was because it was difficult, but I actually, like, in all honesty, managed. Like, it wasn't like I was just like, oh my gosh, or felt sick after when you push yourself too hard. I did good, like not in a bragging way, but I just I'm proud of myself sort of way, because I was partly not wanting to go in a lot of ways because I was like, I'm going to embarrass myself and not be able to finish class, which I never really do, because I will push myself till I get sick because I don't want to walk out of class. And it wasn't like that, and it was difficult, but I still was able to do it. So that was really encouraging, because I feel like I've lost a lot of that, my cardio health. And yeah, so I will start going to those. It was so much fun. I definitely would not try biking without a cycling class, myself personally, unless I was outside, but like an indoor bike thing, because my brain gets bored. So, I mean, I guess I would have something to read or whatever. And I don't know why it's not the same with running, but for cycling, I get bored easily. But it's cool because they have you standing up and sitting down and moving, doing hills, and then you're going to do your sprints, and then you're going to do a steady rise, and they just change it up enough that it's actually really fun. So yeah, I really liked it, and I'm going to be doing it more often, and I'll keep you updated. I will try to go twice a week. Chances are I'll probably only get to once a week, but I do plan on going tomorrow morning. So hopefully I can get this kitted up tonight so that I can go to bed early. Either way, I'll go to bed early enough so I don't die. There's two of these. I'm gonna need to make this a big one. Move that to the side. Anyway, I want to know, have you guys tried cycling? Is it something that you guys have enjoyed doing? What is it you guys like to do to stay active? I know diamond painting, especially for like hardcore ones that like we love to do it a lot. It is a very sedentary thing. So a lot of times I will diamond paint and then I'll let myself do a color and then I'll do push-ups. And then I'll let myself do another color and then I'll do squats or get my heart rate up or something. And even though it's not a full workout, I feel like I'm still moving around a bit, and that does help me. And other times I just want to diamond paint and not just be calm. So it just depends. But yeah, let me know what you guys do to stay active while having such a sedentary hobby, because it really is a sedentary hobby. Ooh, that was a close call on that one, guys. I think I'm gonna have to leave these two for some specials that I'll kit up. And for the changes I'm making, and move on to these bigger trays, which I think I will end up having to at least use 2 of them, maybe 3. Hopefully I don't run out for the colors. I don't think so though. All right, let's see, other things. I don't know, I had a funny story about the thunderstorm that happened really randomly. Greg and the older 2 kids were out grocery shopping, and it'd been kind of like a little bit stormy for the day, but nothing too crazy. Like, it wasn't even that windy. But suddenly this giant storm comes in where just a bunch of dark clouds came in. I was like, oh, I wonder if it's gonna thunderstorm. And as soon as I thought that, I was like, I wonder if there's gonna be thunder or lightning. Because when it rains out here, there's really not a lot. It's more of a drizzle or like a heavy rain, but not a lot of thunder and lightning. But I did notice that one spring that we were here in this area that it did have thunderstorms. So I wonder if it's a time of year sort of thing. I did live in Indiana for a while, and the thunderstorms there were just incredible. So much fun to watch. A little terrifying because we were in Tornado Alley, but still really wonderful and fun. But as soon as I had that thought of like, ooh, I wonder if there'll be a thunderstorm, it just this giant boom. Like, and I was in the kitchen making dinner, and Reese was just kind of beat bopping around, playing with everything in the kitchen, rearranging the kitchen as he does. And just, it terrified me, this sudden boom. And I a little bit screamed, and Reese just was like, ah, and lost it, ran over to me, and then the lights flickered, and so we enjoyed a little thunderstorm that lasted, just only a few minutes, and then it started to hail. And we haven't really had snow here or anything lately. So this hail was pretty cool. I'll pop in a video right here of the hail, because that was really cool to see it and see it over the lake. It's okay, come here. Good thing we haven't put anything in the garden boxes yet. It's okay, it's not scary. Probably cold though, huh? Let's go inside. All right, so the last thing I guess I wanted to talk about, and it looks like we did manage to get to an hour, was my kind of, and this is getting on to something a little bit more personal, and I obviously won't talk too personal stuff, but I also think it's important to be real. And I have a very, especially since you don't see this part of me on camera, and you don't see these parts of people when they're, you know, they're showing their best side on camera, right? I'll admit to that. I try to show my best side. But I have a rather large anxiety problem. And to the point where I'm worrying about things almost constantly. Worrying about the safety of my children, worrying about, am I being a good mother? Am I being a good wife? Am I doing what I'm supposed to in life? Like, what am I wasting? Anyway. I'm probably giving anxiety just talking about it because I'm saying it in such an anxious way. But that is only just a taste of what goes through my mind all the time. And 9:34. That said, I know that it's been an issue, and sometimes I get to the point where I get super overstimulated and I snap at people. And I'm happy, then just that's it. Like, and it's not a good habit to have. It's an understandable thing with my anxiety and with everything that I do in a day, and constantly being a homeschool mom, being with children all day long, as much as I love it, you just get overstimulated, and sometimes, especially when they don't listen to you, you snap. But I don't want that. I don't want to live like this, where with this anxiety, constant heaviness. I don't know how else to explain it. If you have it, you understand. Of even when there's peace in life, and it's not a depression thing, even when there's peace in life, you don't feel the peace. You feel moments of peace, but you feel an overall unpeaceful. Everything is not peaceful. And that is because of the anxiety, and not because necessarily of the people or surroundings in your life. It's an I don't say this for everybody. For me, it is an internal thing that I know I have to figure out. And absolutely, I do not judge anyone for taking medication. I think that it certainly has its place. I have a lot of family members who take medication for certain things, and I've seen the amazing difference it can make. But this is the main reason, this is truly the main reason I don't want to be on medication, is that it just sounds like another thing to have to remember to do every single day. And I don't want to become reliant on it unless it's necessary. And if it's necessary, it's necessary. I get it. It's just not the first thing I want to try. And I have tried things like meditation. I think it works. It just feels like I needed something more. So I made an appointment with a therapist. And I'm like, is it something I truly need? Like, is it gonna, like, what is he gonna do to help? Like, I feel like I already know a lot of coping mechanisms. What is it that I could possibly do to actually help? Or, well, I mean, I don't know. Obviously, I know that it helps. I just, in my own life, I was like, is there going to be a point to this? Is this going to be helpful? Is it going to be worth it? Because it's time, and it's medical bills too. And what happened to my sticker? Oh, there it is. And guys, I went in there, and I truly did not think I would break down the first time in there. I just thought that I would be like, okay, well, here's what I'm feeling. What's the next step? What are we going to do? And what should I start with? And I broke down, and this is obviously very personal. I won't get into like a ton of personal, to be honest, just because I just don't think I should. But in one of the things that I said that I don't mind sharing with you, it's just real. It's real life. It's just, anyway, is that I was like, I feel like I'm constantly trying to be the peace in the family, and not that I'm saying I don't have peace in my family. I mean, my husband creates a lot of peace in our family too, and the kids create peace in our family too. It's just like me, myself personally, I'm trying to be a peaceful person in my family, and oftentimes I am. And I think telling myself I'm not is putting myself down in a way I don't deserve, because I really, really do try, and I do, for the most part, a really good job. But I don't feel that about myself. Like, I don't on a daily basis feel good about myself in that way. So I broke down when I said, I feel like I am the main cause of anxiety and restlessness in our family. And then I broke down. And I didn't like bawl because I was trying not to. But if I had let myself, I would have just completely broken down. And I kept saying, I'm sorry. He's like, he was so nice about it. He's like, oh yeah, no, we never have anybody cry in here. And it was the perfect, something about his personality is so perfect. And I was like, oh my gosh, I needed that sarcasm. I needed that. That was perfect. If you had said, it's okay, it's all right, I probably would have cried more. And not that it would have been a bad thing, but just the fact that he was sarcastic about it was so perfect for my personality. And not sarcastic in a bad way, but just kind of in a witty way, you know? And I was like, oh my gosh, I loved that. Okay, so I really like him. I was worried I'd be like, part of my anxiety about going was like, what if I don't like him? It's gonna be awkward to be like, I'm gonna have to find someone else. I don't think it's working out. I probably would have quit, to be honest. So it just was really an answer to prayers. I go again Friday. I took a survey test thing about a few things. I'm not going to tell really what it is that he thinks it could be, just because it's not a diagnosis, and it's not, anyway, mostly just because it's not a diagnosis. It's just what we're thinking it might be. If it happens to be this, or sometimes it doesn't have to be a diagnosis. It can just be, I don't know how to deal with anxiety and I need to learn how, right? So that's why I say that. There is something he thinks it very could seriously be. He didn't think that at first until after talking to me and kind of noticing the way I am, which once he brought it up to me, I was like, yeah, I can see that. But anyway, that is the latest update with that. I'll keep you guys updated. Let me know if it's something that you want me to keep updating you on, or if you think personal things should be personal. I'm good with that. Okay guys, that is pretty much the video. I am going to let you go. I'm not done kitting this up. If I'm gonna cycle in the morning, I think I might do it a little bit more and then finish tomorrow. So I'm so excited for this with the Rose Library. I don't know if you knew that, but you guys voted that I am going to single place this whole dang thing of 98 centimeters by 70 centimeters. So don't expect this to be done this month, or probably even the next month, or even the month after that. Because I do want to work on my other kits too. That's why I have a lot of whips, because I like to move between them. And if I'm single placing this, I'm probably going to need a lot of breaks. So, but I am excited for this. I'm kitting it up for the Ivy Along that Michaela Renee is doing, and I'm so excited. Super, super excited. So that's it, guys. If you made it to the end of this video, why don't you put a little mouse, a little mouse in the comments below for our dear mouse friend that is an unwelcome guest in our house. I'm happy to let him live as long as he leaves. And I think that's what my cat was trying to do. He's like, get out of here, you're gonna get killed. I'm doing my best for you, buddy. Okay, guys, thanks for joining me.